mic, hot
All
mic.
right. Here we go.
All right. We don't have any topics, but we'll just, we'll figure
Let's
out.
just
as
chat.
go.
We have Matthew here. We don't need topics.
Are you guys... Okay, go ahead. You guys are filming more after this?
Maybe with J-Pops, maybe.
Maybe.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
I think we actually already welcomed everybody in because we've been
did.
recording this whole time.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone got the comments that we were making. But if you didn't, welcome back to the morning after. We are in LA,
Los Angeles.
the city of
Angels. What? What? You don't know that?
Well,
You were gonna go dreams.
Anaheim Angels? I just remember the Angels movie. Angels in the outfield.
Los Angeles is the Angels.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Wow. There's
Did everyone in
that.
this room know that?
There's that Georgia education.
Well, I did. Yes.
I didn't really
Yes.
say that.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Why is it called Angels though? Do we know?
Well,
I
yeah.
understand,
Well,
but
yes.
why did they call it Los Angeles to begin with? Do
Oh,
we
that
know?
I
Oh.
don't know. Do you know?
No, I would imagine missions at some point settled here, and then it was, something Catholic.
Probably.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna- although you're
Yeah.
talking to Hank, make sure the mic gets
Yeah.
you. Well, I knew it from the Anaheim Angels, which still exists, correct? No. Oh,
No,
Do
not
they?
Anaheim anymore. They're the Los Angeles Angels, correct?
There's two LA teams here?
Yeah.
I feel like
used to
every
be the
sport
Anaheim
in
Angels.
LA has two teams.
I think they used to be Anaheim, and now they're the Los Angeles.
Yeah, they are the Los Angeles Angels.
Wow. Okay. Did you ever see Angels in the Outfield?
No.
Who's the actor in that? You got it. He was also in Inception.
It's the yeah, he was in Inception. He was the guy on that that TV show for a long time too.
We'll get there. Who is it?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was gonna say triple name, but I didn't want.
He was on Three Rock from the Sun. Third Rock.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah. Third Rock from Sun. When we combined 30 Rock and Three Rock. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of those.
Yeah,
Is that a dude show?
No, it's a rom-com. Third
Yeah.
Rock
Oh,
from the
shit.
Sun, or like
Okay.
what are they? A sitcom. Sorry.
A sitcom,
Thank you.
yeah.
Well,
Third Rock from the Sun. He was like a little kid, right? Younger, and then 30 Rock is what's her name from SNL?
Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
Yeah. You are tired, I can tell, because you
Don't
normally
be
like
honest.
this is you.
so it's
100%.
just so everyone knows, it is Friday. Hank and Judge just got in from Detroit. Matthew has had a long week and a long day today, so his energy level is low. But that's okay, because Hank and I will make up for it with our espresso martinis. Correct?
Yeah. Out of a can.
Out of a can.
Who knew?
I don't, honestly, night owl.
Yeah.
Mine
Wow.
and best, don't know.
Okay.
If I do go buy it. Anyways, we had a situation happen today, which great timing for the podcast. Turns out we had our first principal visit.
Ooh, details.
And how many times has Emma gone to the principal?
I've had
now?
principal visits. I've had a few.
You guys have
Cops.
you have a punch card?
I've
When you get the
had
next
one
free?
that involved law enforcement, although it was a very innocent story, so don't let your mind wander. But yes, in fact, Emma this week, this was Emma's conversation yesterday as I was preparing to leave. Are you so proud of me? And I said, why? What did you do? And she goes, I have not been to the office in 4 days. I'm like, that's our benchmark?
That's so good.
That is what we're celebrating?
I mean, when you call the principal, what does she call her? Mr.
No, he'll call and like if something's wrong. She calls the principal Mr. Fairchild, who's a great guy. She calls him Mr. Dude.
Mr. Dude.
Yeah, and she like goes like this. And then this is my other problem. Then we'll get to your herd of children. Which, by the way, let me explain to you. You always try to like spin this wheel that having one is easier, or having four is easier than having one.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for 15 minutes and I'm ready to jump off that cliff behind your house. It is not easier. It's so much going on.
Yeah, but
There's so much going
I'm
on.
so used to that. I know Matthew's new to that, like just because he came from a smaller family.
Yeah.
I'm so used to the chaos.
You're used to the cat, and they're first of all they're all incredibly well behaved, but it's like there's a lot of energy in the house.
Yes, and they're very underdressed right now, and I apologize
That's
for that.
fine. They're having fun.
The whole sports bra short situation that is going on in this house, I'm not real pleased about. And Tyler keeps trying to hike her shorts over her big belly, but then that leaves her butt out. I'm going, guys, we gotta put some clothes on. But everyone in gymnastics doesn't wear leotards anymore. They wear sports bras and shorts. It's
Not us.
not us.
Interesting.
Absolutely not.
I thought leotards was like Taylor Swift brought back the leotard look. I thought.
Which is
in
gonna
fact,
be-
every pop star I think just wears leotard. We just saw Pink.
Leotard.
It was 2.5 hours just a leotard. I'm like, woman, change once. I mean, I know you're flying around this arena, but get
Same
out of the
no,
leotard.
but different leotards.
She changed leotards, but then she'd come out. First of all, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
But she kept coming out, and I'm like, another damn leotard? Come on, like mix it up.
But it is easy. You can move in a leotard.
Sure. All right, get to the kid in the
I'm
principal
so sorry.
visit.
Get to the bad part.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know where Matthew disappeared to. We have a lot of people in right now, and usually when Matthew disappears, it's because he just can't handle all of the chaos that's going on in the house. And we have 7 extra people right now. So you disappear, and I'm like, there he goes. He went to go take a fucking nap. But also one of my daughters disappeared. Where is she? I'm not going to mention her name, but where is she? And Margaret, your mom, came around the corner and was like, oh, they're in his office. So I went to his office, and I see her just laying with Matthew, looking a little upset. I'm like, okay. I walk in. I'm like, what's going on? Honestly, I thought she was mad at me because when she came in, she jumped on my dad. And at this point, my dad's getting older. So my kids can't just jump on adults.
Right,
it's just,
right.
the back. So I kind of
They've
was
been watching the dog,
Yeah.
George jumps, so they think
George is a jumper,
Yeah, well, he's horrible too.
Thanks,
But
that was bugging me.
So anyways, I walk in and he's sitting with her and he's like, all right, tell her. I'm like, what's happening? And I literally, this is how things work. They feel very safe with Matthew, which I wish they felt that way with me.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes because I'm around more and more of the disciplinary person, they are a little nervous to tell me things.
Yeah.
Which breaks my heart because I always want my girls to be able to confide in me. But he's done a really good job of giving them the confidence of no, tell her. She's
and as long as they have one person, you know what I mean? That's ultimately what's most important.
I want it to be me though.
Okay, well, you can't have everything. So, anyways,
you just gotta work on tone and volume. We can do that if you want.
So they
just work on my entire parenting skills.
They go to Mr. Steady to lay out the issue.
Yes,
and the issue
I'm gonna let Matthew take it from here.
The issue was.
Oh yeah, well I just asked her how her day at school was.
Yeah.
And she said not very good. And I was like, oh okay. I was like, I kind of had a bad day at work today too, so it's okay, happens. Talk to me about it. Do you want to talk to me? And she immediately started crying and was like, I went to the principal's office today. And I was like, okay, let's talk about it. And 5 minutes later of getting the crying out and all that, whatever, got the story. Took a little bit of time, but you want me to tell the story?
Yeah. That's funny.
She was like, me and my friend I was like, what class are you in? Because she wouldn't want to talk about it. I was like, what class are you in? And she was like, I wasn't in class. I was in lunch. I was like, okay. Now I'm thinking we were throwing food or something.
Sure.
I was like, okay, well, what happened at lunch? She was like, well, we were in the bathroom at lunch, and we got told on. Me and this other girl were in there, and I was like,
oh boy.
Okay, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, where are we going?
And then she said that.
Didn't she say, I don't want to tell you what we were doing?
Yeah, she said, I don't want to tell you what we're doing. And I'm like, you can tell me whatever. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I'm not worried about it.
That's good.
And long story short, she and her friend were in the stalls, locking the stalls, and then crawling out. So that if you had to go to the bathroom and you were a girl, you had to crawl in and unlock it from the inside. And I'm kind of a little proud, in the bathroom.
Yeah, not
pretty
bad.
Good prank. Pretty good prank.
Pretty good.
But I was like, oh, I can't do that.
Yeah.
But no, it was.
That was it.
It was a good, but it was a good relief for her
to understand.
Yes,
consequences.
I was like, yes, and I was also just like, it's gonna be okay. We didn't hurt anybody. We didn't, use bad language. We didn't do anything ultra malicious. We did a prank and we shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And we understand that.
Yeah.
And we got caught.
And that's not what we need to do. If you do it again, well, then I'll be, upset. But I'm not upset. I just want you to learn about what you can and can't do, and what should and shouldn't do. But I was kind of good.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Well, as a lady in the room, if you have to go to the restroom, and you can't get in the bathroom,
that's how bad do you have to go?
And I'm thinking of my TKer at this point, trying to go to the bathroom there.
Are you willing?
And she just pees on herself. I'm going, I mean, what a prank! Oh,
Or they
gosh,
could have
what a
taken
prank,
they
thanks.
could have taken all the toilet paper too.
I mean,
How? Then it's
how
like
bad-
spare square, right? Yeah.
What are you willing to do? You know, are
So-
you willing to get on the bathroom floor and get under there and go?
I mean,
that's-
I had to
That's
go
so
so bad
gross.
when we pulled up to your house after spending an hour and a half on the 405 that I almost watered your bushes.
I'm
out front.
honestly really sorry about
So
that. I knew y'all were going to do
bad.
traffic.
And then not only that, I said, hey, I might have to pee. We might have to jump off the highway. Kiki was kind enough to pick us up. And she said, give me plenty of notice because it takes a long time to get off the highway.
back on.
And then it takes a long time to get back on. I'm like, what is wrong with this? How have they not figured this out?
He brought this up when we were changing from the 405 to the 101. Like, you ain't getting off there.
No.
No, you're not.
I'm
no,
in trouble.
Because that's another 45 minutes to, to your ride.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that. Now, when she told you she went to the principal,
Yeah.
what were your what was your initial thought? Like, what did you think she did? Did you have any idea?
No clue. No clue. I knew it wasn't going to be something terrible because I know her.
Yeah. I would think it was probably along the lines of like an argument with another student.
That's what because
yeah.
I would say out of all of our children, this one tends to make it her way or like get things her way just by her. I mean, like, not by force or anything, just because she is, I feel like, easy to follow in a way. So to me, I'm going, I honestly, to be honest, I was like, who did you slap?
Yeah.
I thought she might.
One of those things.
Yeah, she's like, I mean, she stands up for herself, which I love.
Yeah.
But when she told me what it was, of course I was sitting in there and expecting when Matthew's holding her and he's like, okay, you can tell her. And then she won't tell me. And he's like, do you want me to tell her? She's like, yeah. And which makes me feel horrible that she can't even tell me what's going on. Like that, one, it sucks. But two, I'm like, you're right. Thank God I have a partner who they do feel very comfortable with.
Sure.
But you told me, you're like, she went to the principal today, and my mind was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because have you ever been to the principal? Did you go to the principal when you were young?
Many, many, many times.
Do you remember one of the things you did?
I don't remember like the early education ones, but I can certainly remember from like middle school on.
Okay, can you tell me what
They
you did?
usually involve like drinking something that you shouldn't
in
drink.
middle school?
I'd say like it started around 8th grade maybe.
Oh my God, you were crazy.
Yeah, we were rough around the edges.
You were
Yeah.
wild. I also thought maybe kissing a boy. I did say that. I was like, you weren't kissing anyone in the playground. Like that's something that went through my head too.
Yeah.
But I went to the principal for talking back to a teacher twice.
Oh.
Which is way worse.
Yeah.
Like that's like respect issue.
Super on brand for you.
Yeah. Yeah. A little mouthy. But I mean, listen, the fact
We're all
that
thinking it.
the fact that she, was, obviously remorseful.
Mm-hmm.
She knew she did something wrong.
Yeah.
But then she wanted to tell you about it.
Yeah.
She didn't have to tell you about it. It wasn't like
She did
the
not have to
school.
tell.
She knew that she needed to like get it out.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
was cool.
interesting. I would think the school would send an email or call or something. They
Yeah.
didn't do anything.
It was a backup principal.
That's right.
Oh,
But
that might have been
also-
it, yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty minimal thing. I
No,
think.
it's mild.
Yeah.
It's mild.
But she was saying how scared she was.
I mean,
So-
and
Yeah.
she's like our little, like, I don't know. Don't you feel like she's always she's a people pleaser?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that she disappointed the principal and then I guess feels like she disappointed us in a way.
Yeah.
She was very hurt by it.
Yeah.
Like, she won't ever do it again.
Yeah, and I think she'll be the one when she's a teenager too to like tell the other girls like, are we sure we want to do that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Tell what her sister did.
Oh, well, she goes to school with all her sisters, and so one of them was like, want to make sure she was okay, gave her a hug and checked on her. And I was like, that's awesome.
I mean, and
That's
that's
good.
really, honestly, out of all of it, I was like, that's what I take from it.
Yeah.
Like, that they have each other's backs. Honestly, kids are going to get in trouble. I like that kids are, like, we talk about all the time, but failure is important. Getting
Yeah.
in trouble is important. So
Yeah.
they understand rules and why we follow them and things like that. I would have never selected this child to be the first one sent to the principal, though. I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
So this is interesting to me.
So this is our first principal encounter.
I think so.
It's our first.
Wow! Congratulations. I've received phone calls. Yeah.
All right, y'all, we all know that we have gaps in our diets, and I believe that we probably try and eat as well as we can. Also, we're not our kids, and kids can be picky, but regardless of how picky they are, they also are going to have gaps in their diets. And that's why vitamins are super important for them. I mean, I feel like we do a lot of research on whatever vitamins we take, and it's time to start doing that with kids' vitamins. Kids' vitamins are usually filled with sugar, and they're just basically candy in disguise. This is why I love Hiya. Hiya is pediatrician approved and super power chewable vitamin. They taste good. My kids love them. My kids ask for them in the morning, which was not the case with the other vitamins. The Hiya vitamins are pressed with 12 organic fruits and veggies and supercharged with 15 essential vitamins and minerals. And honestly, they are non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, all the things free. We've worked out a special deal with Hiya for their best-selling children's vitamin. Receive 50% off your first order. That's 50. To claim this deal, you must go to hiyahealth.com/morning. This deal is not available on their regular website. Go to hiyahealth.com/morning and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
My child is very talkative, so it's usually stuff like that, like a lot of can't shut up.
Oh, so like teachers talking, she's talking.
Yeah, just like
Type
a
of
lot of
situations?
social stuff. Yeah.
Well, I love that she's your social butterfly.
That's fine. Yeah. I mean, I was.
Who do you think
too,
she gets that from?
Yes, correct. And I'm not saying it's like the best thing though. So, yeah.
I mean, you gotta feel comfortable at the school if you're walking around telling the principal, "What's
Mr.
up,
Dude.
Mr. Dude?"
Yeah. I just like, yeah. I think I've told Kelly before, when kids are young, like Emma's 6, and then they go to summer camp and they start hanging out with older kids, they pick up a whole nother like language and so like there's moments where I still have my very innocent 6-year-old. And then, then she got a new bike, and I showed her bike, and she's like, "That's sick." And I'm like, where did you get that?
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's just, school's very interesting.
It is interesting too, because at this school they all do recess together, like all the grades.
All the grades, and it's
Or
K
like,
through.
at least the most. They're like it's TK through 5th or 6th. 5th.
Oh, wow.
I think everybody
Okay.
but TK, right?
Yeah, so like they all are out there together. In fact, we had to have a conversation with one of our children because she kept playing with older boys, and I was like, "Yo, at least boys in your grade. Like we're not doing the whole upper boy situation.
Not going for an older guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just wait.
Unless
till
you're
we're
a
a little
judge,
older.
you know.
Okay.
but-
Boy. All right.
I love you. You know I do.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
Well, it is Friday. Tomorrow we do have our show. We're very excited about. Are you excited?
I am.
Yeah, Matthew will be in attendance, and I'm sure very.
You will.
So,
You don't have to go do the football stuff. Or you get a little break in the a tiny break in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do the soccer game, the kids' soccer game,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the show. Busy day for my man.
Yeah.
Usually Saturdays are meant for couch and watching college football, but
I will not be offended if you're not making your way to see this show. I know, God, you're.
I will.
Really? God, you're. So
How many games have I been to? And I know this is not NFL
Lifetime
football,
yeah.
but you know what? It goes both ways.
There you go. I
Support
like
goes
it.
both
Support
ways.
is nice. I
It's-
mean, Judge flew across the country.
Look at that.
You know? How's that?
Yeah. How's the weather?
Here,
did you get
it's
a
the
chance?
exact same thing back home right now.
Oh, bummer.
We're 70-70. Like it's one of
Oh,
those.
it's good.
It's one of those like Michigan weekends where you're like, it's like the fall and the 70 and the.
Why do
like
I feel like you always come here and it's like really good weather in Michigan?
I don't know. We'll have to. I'll buzz back out in January, and I guarantee you, it's not going to be good weather in Michigan. Why was it that you guys were in Michigan last year and it was cold? What was
The
that
playoffs?
weekend? No.
We came for
The Say Play Center,
Groundbreaking.
and I remember walking down the street with you, and we were in like Birmingham or something. It was like sleeting in our face, and you're like, I do not miss this one bit.
No doubt.
Because like it's uncomfortable to the core of your body.
It just gets really tough during that time of year.
It's so ugly. It's horrible.
It's not
just
so- it's
it
not
is, Kelly. It's
horrible.
cold and gray. And
I don't mind the winter outfits. I mean, like here you can't. I was like looking at these cute pea coats and stuff. I'm like, well, I would say I save money, but then I just buy more
But
summer
you
shit.
you could pull that off because there can be nights when it can get down into like the 40s or something.
But not. Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, but
It's not
style
snow
here, I
snoots,
feel like
but
you can
yeah.
do whatever you want. People
Yeah.
aren't going to judge. Like if it's 70, you wear a puffer coat. They're like, oh, okay, cute.
Yeah, it's fine.
works.
Whatever you want.
Okay, so we have Oakland Raiders. Now I know
Vegas Raiders.
Vegas.
Fuck. Well, I know that whole thing. Are you on a silent count?
Not sure yet.
Not
I
sure
don't know
yet.
what that means.
Oh, it's great. Okay, well, there's a little
it's-
section of timeout in here. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll
when it's like
explain.
when it's loud, and I don't use my set hut.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Okay.
like lift my leg.
Okay, yeah.
See
yeah,
quarterbacks
yeah.
on TV?
Yeah,
When it's
I
too
know.
loud for the, if you're like in the shotgun trying to let
Got
the
it.
O-line hear and you can't hear because it's
Because
too
it could
loud.
cause a false start.
Or no, they just couldn't hear you and you're talking to yourself back there.
Oh,
and
yeah,
the play
yeah,
never
yeah.
gets started.
Yeah.
And then it's a
okay.
delay.
But yeah,
game.
it's a yeah.
Is there ever this thought where because there's so much with technology now that your O-line should just have like little like
Microphones.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Why don't they do that?
I don't know. That's a
Why
great thought.
don't they
Not
do
a bad
that?
idea, but is that takes away a natural element of the game?
Correct.
Where and then that would eliminate like the possibility of a false start and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people that might also not encourage fans to be as loud because fans love like trying to
Yeah,
think, they
it
think they're
would be-
throwing you off.
It would be such a weird competitive like advantage, and the defense would have it.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
linebacker would
yeah.
be talking to the guy. It'd be
Yeah,
weird.
so you can't do that, and you don't want to do sign language because that could be like a thing.
Well, we have signals.
Yeah, signals. I guess you do hand signals. Why are you laughing so hard
No,
about that?
I
They have
just
signals.
sign language through
But
me.
here's my question about that: how do you do signals because you're behind them?
Well, I don't signal to the O-line. I
Okay.
speak to them and
Yes.
signal to everybody else.
Okay, God, see, I learn stuff all the time.
There- Well, yeah.
You would
It's-
think that honestly, here's what's, and I will admit that this is an embarrassing point of myself. You would think that I would have just digested a little bit more knowledge just in the close interaction that we've had from what? No,
I
her?
mean,
you?
Oh, it's
you
bad.
know a lot.
Well, ever since we started timeout, I'm asking him things, and I'm sure he's like, "How the fuck do you not know this?"
I
I don't
think that
know,
you know
how
us.
you've been sitting in a
in arena
in
for
a
this many
seat
years.
watching.
Can I tell
Talking
you?
to
16 years of being
talking
like-
to you after the
Let us-
games, having like conversations that any sports fan would die to have. And I'm just like, but the popcorn was good.
Yeah,
And I
here's-
did not win the 50-50. It's like all the things that all I care about.
You act like we are bad for not, or like me not knowing more, but you say sitting in the seat. Yeah, I'm sitting in the seat. I'm having a cocktail. I'm having some food. I literally watch you, and then I just continue watching you. I don't even watch the play. I just watch to see if you get hit. So to be honest, out of the 16 years I've been watching you, I haven't really digested a lot of the actual game, and it's a shit ton.
Yeah,
It's
there's
a
a lot
lot.
to it.
Insane.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. It's not.
And
it's
I also
not
don't really
pickable.
like talk about it a whole lot when I get
Yeah.
home, too.
No, and that you don't want to talk about it, which like I get, and also why like I would not understand it. So that's tough too.
Yeah.
To have someone in the house where you're like trying to discuss it, and they're like,
The last thing he would want after a game, if we met up, is for me to go over the game.
Yeah.
"So tell me
And
about."
that's just it. I like, oh, you lost? Are you healthy? Literally, that's the only questions I ever ask you
Yeah.
are how you feeling.
yeah,
Yeah. Other than that, it's just like, okay.
not
you know.
like man-to-man zone. Like, what did they play most,
No, I
Matthew?
don't- I mean, that sounds good. But I don't know all the particulars of man-to-man zone, but it sounds okay. Judge, are you listening? Yeah.
Stop.
Um,
Judges over there reading Football for Dummies
Yeah.
as we talk.
But
Which,
so then, by saying that though, the Raiders obviously are going to be a team that travels.
Yeah.
is the idea.
Yeah, they have a big footprint here. Just,
Yeah.
I mean, Oakland used to be, so
Yeah.
when
So will it be like 49er vibes, like that
I
kind of
feel
crowd?
like it,
Yeah.
I don't know yet, but we'll see.
but like they just traded away. Is that where Devontae came from?
Correct.
Which let's go. That's crazy that he went back, or he's with the Jets.
Yep.
Back with A-Rod.
Yep.
That's fun. So yeah, at least they're a receiver down
Yeah.
coming in,
Yeah.
and Derek Carr is not in.
Yeah, because he plays for the Saints. So
Did he used to play for the
he did.
Raiders?
He did.
Well, don't be a dick. I'm trying my best. There's a lot of movements happening.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I've been hearing chatter. I mean, I'm not like following
yes.
it every
Where
day,
are you-
but like,
where are you going
Well, no, I'm curious to
this?
know what the Lions are going to do with Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Like, are they trying to like trade for that position or get somebody in for that, or what do you do like in that? type of
Yeah,
scenario?
I don't
Because
really
it
know.
was so pivotal.
I think they said
you know?
something like they wanted to try to, find somebody without mortgaging their future, which is
Yeah.
every GM's words. But it would be interesting to see if they're, willing to try to go out there and trade some draft picks or trade a player to try and get a top caliber guy. If they're just going to try, I know they picked somebody up off of somebody's practice squad. It's
Yeah.
probably a
Just
depth
get through the
piece,
season.
But they're gonna miss him for sure.
I'll tell you my favorite football headline today, and it did involve the Lions, but it wasn't football. It was football, but not a football person. It was the former governor of New Jersey, Christie, who himself does not look like a athletic specimen.
Correct.
Calling Dan Campbell trash for going into Dallas and eviscerating the Cowboys the way they did, and then coming out in the press conference and like kind of, doing his Dan Campbell thing, which is never like ego based. It was just like kind of a run through the. He said that the Lions like really just tried to go a little too hard and show off towards the fourth quarter, and I'm like, that's football, bro.
Yeah.
Like.
Welcome
Calm down,
to the
Chris
NFL.
Christie. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, of all people.
And
like,
yeah, what a weird.
Like, why?
Wait, is he like a Dallas fan?
I don't know if he's friends with
Jerry
Jones or Jerry Jones, right?
I would
That's
like
right?
to ask. I would like to switch the question and be like, would Jerry do the same thing? And I guess
It was his birthday
timeout.
too.
It was
so.
his birthday, and and that it was a year ago with the Decker thing.
Yeah,
so it was
goodbye.
just like, and by the way, that's what football is.
Yeah.
Like it's just. And
Also,
it's a
you
game.
pride yourself on being America's team. Well, you gotta get your ass kicked sometimes. So there you go.
I would have never thought Chris Christie was
Of
gonna
all
talk-
people,
Yeah.
it's just like
Called
Chris
him
Christie.
trash.
But, like,
Just like
was
made
that the
it-
quote?
No,
that,
I
it's
don't want to
just
get it
like-
wrong. But
Don't
like,
get it wrong,
made
'cause
it-
trash
made it
is
sound
kind
like,
of a-
I'm gonna get the exact.
It's just an interesting.
I think the direct quote is no class.
He has no class.
He's got
for-
no class. Never has. That's the quote.
And what I appreciated, Dan Miller, who you enjoyed in
What
Detroit all
in
the
the
time. Dan
world?
Miller's like, obviously he's never met Dan Campbell because he is the most stand-up, like, calls it like it is, good human.
Yeah.
So like that's just not the. And I also hate it when people who have nothing to do with the NFL or that game on that Sunday
He had to have a.
come out and throw in their 2 cents.
He's got to
Like,
be friends with
like,
Jerry or
be
something, right?
Quiet.
Like you don't
Interesting.
do that unless you have a personal connection.
Who knows? I don't know.
That-
I don't know
that's
how it
crazy
like
to
got
me.
leaked out. Like how did that come up in a conversation?
Yeah.
I
You
don't know, but
So-
you've always loved Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
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 And honestly, who doesn't love Dan Campbell if you're in Michigan? I guess this guy's in New Jersey.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he was a former governor of New
Those
York.
New
governor.
Yorkers, you know.
Yeah.
Confirm that they are friends and have been for at least almost a decade.
Jerry Jones. Yeah, I mean, Jerry Jones has
Chris.
a lot of powerful friends. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a powerful dude, So,
How old did he turn?
82.
yeah, I mean, that's
Wow.
impressive too,
All right, guys, I stopped wearing bras for a while just because I found them so uncomfortable. Like, I literally either it was under my armpit or in the middle, like, of your boobs, where that wire just sits and it hurts. So I stopped wearing them. But then gravity comes in and that takes a toll. Am I right, ladies? So I had to find bras. And I have now fallen in love with Skims because I feel like I'm not wearing anything and they're supportive and they give you the cleavage if you want it. I mean, there is nothing I love more than a good bra that will also give me a little bit of, like pop. You know what I mean? So if you're looking for that perfect bra, literally look no further than Skims. They have a bunch of different types. I'm kind of loving the Fits Everybody t-shirt bra and the Skims Ultimate bra. The Skims Ultimate bra, that's the little pop you want to give that shape that I really love and that my husband I know loves. Fits Everybody t-shirt bra, it's so good for just everyday use. I mean, again, you just feel like you're not wearing anything, which is something I truly love. Shop Skims bras at skims.com, now available in 62 sizes, 30A to 46H. If you haven't yet, be sure to let them know that we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows.
I don't remember.
am-
I don't remember the last game I saw at SoFi last year. I don't remember what it was. You won. I remember you
did?
won. Yeah.
well, hopefully
yeah.
you're a good luck charm,
Yeah, I am the good luck charm.
There we go. We'll bring it in. We had the amount of, I feel like, family we have in for this game. Sometimes when we have,
Oh come on!
What
let's
is
see
that?
let's see the war paint.
okay.
No, I know, but like, what is that? That's not Sharpie, is it?
What is it?
It's what you.
It's eye black. Who got you eye black?
It's like the.
It's mascara.
I don't know.
Makeup.
What?
Sure, it'll come off easy in the bath.
Where did you get it?
I got it in my makeup set.
What have you decided? Because you're almost kind of giving me a Halloween look. Have you decided what you're going to be for Halloween?
Tell everybody what you're gonna be for Halloween.
Taylor Swift.
Wow.
What version of Taylor Swift are you being?
Do you remember what song she's wearing that in?
forget.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
You don't remember? She has the snake outfit. And now we talked about how I got scammed on the previous outfits.
right,
Did you know
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully they don't have our entire
From
bank
Etsy.
account.
It was from Etsy, an Etsy purchase.
Etsy,
yeah.
yes. Well, I got something from Amazon
Yeah.
in for her, and it's the same snake outfit, but it is horrible looking. So I told her I would bedazzle it. Let me tell you what, that's not easy.
Bedazzling?
I had to take tweezers
Yeah.
and pick up each little tiny
With
bedazzle
like a
and
glue gun?
with a fabric glue.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's a lot, but you love it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in. You gave us something to talk about.
Do
Which
you
one
have a
did.
favorite Taylor Swift song?
Ooh.
Emma has one.
What's Emma's?
Welcome to New York.
I don't even know that one. Do you,
You
know
don't
that
know
one?
Welcome to New York?
Do you know Welcome to New York?
Welcome to New York. It's been waiting for you.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's
only
cute.
Taylor Swift song I really know.
Is that from like Sing?
Might be. I don't know.
Bad Blood.
Say it.
Wow, that's a great song.
Bad blood.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Now we got.
No.
Okay, fine. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go.
All right.
I love you.
No.
Your food's
no,
here.
no.
Go eat.
No.
You need to eat.
No.
Get some
Hunter.
fat on that body,
Go get
girl.
some food.
Love you. Will you shut the door behind you, please? Thank you.
Because this is a really important fact check. Welcome to New York appears in The Secret Life of Pets.
Dang, I knew it was something.
Oh.
That's a good movie. Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Usually once I
Good Kevin
and I
Hart
already
then.
did this, but usually once I see Matthew, it's a little Jeopardy talk, a little politics talk, but it's what are you watching?
What are you watching?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a good one right now.
Huh.
A few, right? We're watching Only Murders in the Building.
So
Which
good.
is great.
Stephen Martin's great.
Yeah, but you wouldn't think having Steve Martin, Martin Short,
Steve Martin, whatever.
and then
Fuck off.
and then Selena
Mer-
Gomez
And Meryl Streep.
Oh, she's in the new ones, right?
No, she's in the.
She's in the new.
She's in
the
the-
new.
Not season 1.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in season 2 and 3.
Yeah.
The
We're doing that. Dr. Odyssey.
have you seen Dr. Odyssey? It's
But that's like a
Mighty
network show, like
Ducks.
ABC or something
I
like
think
that.
so,
Yes,
Yeah.
Mighty Ducks, and what else is he in? That you
Joshua
said?
Jackson.
He's in
Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. You know what I thought about watching for a second, but I just don't, and I don't really watch a lot of TV, is only because I love her so much, is Matlock. With
What the
Kathy
fuck
Bates.
is
that?
Kathy Bates is in Matlock.
Is
Yeah.
that an old people show?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
It
It's
tried-
sounds
it's
like
a
an old
rerun,
people
correct?
show.
Or not a
It's
remake. I'm sorry,
yeah,
not rerun.
Yeah,
Remake.
but Kathy Bates is just like anything she's in, I'm just like so in.
I don't know who Kathy
And
Bates
it's
Yeah,
the new
you do,
Kathy
for
Bates.
sure.
She's lost like 100 pounds. Like,
You know who looked really good that I said the other day? She was in Murders in the Building. Also lost
Selena
a ton
Gomez.
of weight. No.
Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa McCarthy.
oh yeah.
Also,
yeah.
another just like awesome actor in that or actress
Yeah.
in that show.
Yeah.
I kind of forget there's a lot because now it's Eva Longoria. It's
She's in it too now.
Zach
Zach
Galifianakis.
Galifianakis. Oh, yep. Thank you.
It's great.
Zach Galifianakis.
And Eugene Levy.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
How
And
about-
he was in the what was that? He is in that everybody loves
Schitt's
so
Creek.
much. Schitt's Creek.
Oh, it's so good.
Him and his
Yeah.
son are fantastic in it.
Yeah.
I did not know that was his real son. That blew my mind.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
really funny since you guys both just talked about my pronunciation. We're sitting at the table and my mom and dad are in town. And my kids bring over Amelia Bedelia books. And if you are from my generation, you will know what these are. But they're like books that they can somewhat read.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, what are those? I was like, Mom, they're Amelia Bedelia. She goes, oh, we didn't read when you were younger. And I was like, yeah, no fucking shit, Mom. I looked at her, I was like, you think? She was like, I'm so sorry. I was
But
just
you know what?
very
The
tired.
three of you all turned out just fine.
You're right.
Everybody's fine.
I will say, listening to your kids read is really tough.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, patience-wise, like, that is...
Or
don't you
watching
think
them
that's...
like write words. Because you just want to be like, eat, E-A-T. And then they're like, yeah. They're just sounding it out. They sound like E-T with every word they say.
Yeah.
Does she have to read you books yet?
Yeah. I'm to the point now where I'm like sounding out the words in the books.
Ah.
But yeah, no, she hasn't read me. She's memorized books.
Got
and
it.
I try to skip pages, when you're tired
Yeah.
and you're just upset. Or I skip a paragraph and she's like, you forgot the part where the dinosaur does it. I'm like, oh shit, she knows the story.
I will say, this is when having one is easier than 4. Because right now, Matthew and I are kind of splitting time, but like, we have to let them read to us for at least 15 minutes each, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you are sitting there, I'm watching my clock going, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could. They're sounding out, and I just...
You add it all up with those 4 of them, it's an hour.
Well, yeah, Tyler's not really doing it, but the
but
other
eventually she
3...
will.
I know, God, I'm going to get it
And then what are you going to do when they start doing, like, math at, like, 3rd grade? Because, you know, they've changed the way that we all
Well,
add
we're
and
already
subtract.
doing... They're already, like... They've changed from the
everything
bottom to the top with math.
Yeah.
So, like, even the way they add and subtract is completely different than how we figured it out. So that has been a learning process for us, and also another patience situation. Like 11 minus 1, they're like, well, okay, so you do 10 minus 1, and that gives you 9, but 11 minus 1, that would give you 10. I'm going, what the fuck did you just do? But
And
that's how they're teaching
why haven't they just now transitioned it all and just said, like, fuck it? We're not going to teach anybody anything.
Here's a calculator.
It's
Because
all
there's
on a
calculators.
calculator. Yeah, and by the way, you'll never write cursive. You're done. So you're typing everything. Here's your fucking phone. Good luck. We'll see you in 12th grade for graduation.
Well, because we have to send the kids to school for something.
They're going to be fine.
Taxes. Teach them taxes.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a tax class or anything to teach you taxes?
I don't know how to add and subtract. That's why I talk for a living. I'm not good at math. I can't do math.
I mean, I thought I was good at math until now.
No, I cannot. I couldn't then, and I can't now.
Well, you know.
So Emma's in trouble. But Jeff is very smart, and then Judge is brilliant, and so I'm just...
Judges.
I'm there. Well, you know, that Cranbrook education, that had to do something, so...
Well, I just figured out we're Oakland Grizzlies. Both of us.
Oh, yeah, you guys are both Oakland Grizzlies, and...
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Have
twice
you ever,
Oakland
like...
Grizzly. I know
have
you're
you
more than
ever,
that.
Did you ever, when you lived there, like, drove into Cranbrook and, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like Hogwarts.
Incredible.
It's like unbelievable,
It's
you know?
insane.
And I went to Saginaw Public High School, and I'm like, holy shit.
But don't you say Emma goes there for summer camp? Like the
She
science
does,
museum
yes.
and all that shit?
Yeah, she loved it. So she did a science camp there, and I picked her up, and and Judge knows this, but I'll always, like, tell me 3 things from today, or tell me, like, your favorite moment, or tell me whatever. And so on this particular day, she was standing outside, and I said, what did you have for lunch today? And she said, we had scrambled eggs. I'm like, you had scrambled eggs? And the camp counselor, she's like, we actually served our seasonal quiche today. And I'm like, okay, we're out of here. We're leaving. Our seasonal quiche?
That's so good.
Are you shitting me? I'm like, oh, so like, I guess for regular camp, when I make you that peanut butter sandwich, it's not going to fly as well. But in her mind, it was just scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
That's so good.
Yeah.
I also love that in her mind it was scrambled eggs.
Sure.
Like, it's great. Don't they board kids there too?
Yeah, there's
boarding
like
school.
a number of kids who...
Which we were talking about this. Boarding school. Like, I understand that all, like, a bunch of successful people's kids go to boarding school.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, why do kids go to boarding school? Is it because they need the extra, like...
Well,
Discipline
Like-
can be one
like-
thing.
yes, that's what I was thinking. But
well, it's not like, yeah, but Cranbrook isn't boarding school for kids that need discipline. I think it's like let's say, an hour and a half commute every single day.
I know, but, like...
That's
what
why,
if
like,
you're a
people that
parent?
live in Ann Arbor that want to send their kids to Cranbrook, it's like they
Yeah.
live on campus Monday through Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday they come home. And then I'm sure there's people in...
But you had a number of classmates who lived, who grew up in the United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, yeah, or they're completely...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
Judge
have
is
anything.
saying international.
But
Sorry.
then even, like, what's funny is because he grew up in Bloomfield Hills proper, but there were friends of his from high school who were boarded but lived a mile from Cranbrook.
See, this is what I'm
You
intrigued
know what I
about.
mean?
Yeah, that's... a
That I
different deal,
just,
yeah.
like, I don't know.
Like,
Like,
could
I
you-
couldn't do that.
I was going to say, could you ever send Emma to boarding school?
No. I would send her to Cranbrook if I had the resources to do it, because I think educationally
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
great.
unbelievable. Or
Yeah.
I love Country Day because the sports aspect of that
loved
school is so
Country Day.
cool.
Their lower school is amazing.
Yeah,
there.
but I could I want to see my child in bed at night and have breakfast in the morning and, you know, have that interaction.
I wonder how young boarding school goes. Like,
It-
how young can you
Judge,
send
how
your kids
early
to
can
boarding
they
school?
stay at Cranbrook?
Freshman
year of
so
high
ninth
school.
grade.
Okay. But I'm sure there are some where you can send them for lower school. I would think.
Lower school?
I
Like
would think.
elementary?
No, you don't think? You think it starts at ninth grade?
Can
No?
you fact check that? Just look up if there are
Yeah.
any boarding schools. Would you ever send your kids to boarding school?
Our kids? No.
Your kids.
Well,
But like,
I
where
would
was
send
that
you-
place Paris Hilton went and she had all those problems?
Well,
was
that
that in
was-
high school?
That wasn't a
That was
school.
a discipline thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which maybe we'll have to send one of our kids there one day, you know?
No. That was like in the middle of Utah, like some crazy place.
I missed the question, but that's because I made a whoopsie. I posted a picture to the podcast Instagram page, and there is a solar flare perfectly on Hank's ring finger, and now everyone thinks he has a ring on his ring
Oh, well,
finger.
I do not.
Oh, wait, I love that.
The only jewels I have are the watch that Kelly and Matt.
Do you see it?
Wait, I
What?
want to see.
It's actually crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh my God! How did that happen? Maybe it's a sign from Jesus.
Oh.
Wow.
First on the morning after, you're hearing
Wow,
it
the
first.
two of you are just looking at me so lovingly. I just love this. It's so
'cause
nice.
we do love you.
I know, but it's so nice. I like it.
Oh, well, good.
I'm holding that pillow, trying to.
It does
hide
look a
my-
little weird. Why does it? Do you have a
a
interesting
tan mark or
I
something?
don't know.
The Morning After with Kelly and Hank is sponsored by BetterHelp. You guys know this sponsor. I love them. This is the reason I got into therapy, and it's the reason I am so grateful that I'm making strides in my mental health. And this is BetterHelp. It is convenient and easy. I can't stress that enough. I feel like our busy lives, it's tough to schedule appointments and actually make them, especially when they're just for us. I feel like we do a better job when they're for other people or our children. That is why BetterHelp works. There's no waiting room. There's no driving to an appointment. You literally just sit down, talk to someone. And it has seriously helped me in all aspects of my life right now. I'm seriously so grateful for BetterHelp. So just take a moment, talk to yourself, ask yourself, do I need this? Is this something that might help me? Because I'm telling you guys how easy it is. It's worth it. Visit betterhelp.com/morningafter today and you can get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/morningafter.
No.
All right. What other questions can we do? One more question and then be done.
A couple of people want to know if you've ever tried the hot dogs at the vendors outside the stadium.
Outside the Rams?
The SoFi, yeah.
Yeah,
SoFi
no, I have
Stadium.
not.
Are they?
But-
Is it known for like hot dogs or something?
I don't know.
Not that I'm aware of. Are you,
I do. I like eating street food in like
New York.
In New York.
Yeah.
Kelly and I did a trip to New York one time, and breakfast and lunch most days. I think we were there for like 4
Vendors.
days, 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
We're going street food or a food truck or something like that.
Yeah.
And
That
it was
was
a fun
fun.
way to do it because you're walking around. You're like, all right, let's just, and you kind of look up a few, and then either you hit them or you don't, but you just
Yeah.
kind of walk around, do whatever, and then
Yeah.
it's a fun way to kind of see New York and do it that way. I know there's a bunch out here. I just don't know. It's such a driving city,
Yeah.
especially where we are. I don't feel like there's a lot of food trucks around, but they do throw out some good food. But hot dogs post game, no.
Yeah, for the people who actually are walking into the game when the vendors are out there, they do smell good. I've never stopped. Never stopped though. It's just
Hey.
one of those things.
What about the hot dog man in Athens?
What do you?
We're
put
gonna
on-
have to do that when we go to Athens.
What do you put on your hot dog?
Nothing.
Just plain hot dog?
Bear. I want to taste all of it.
What do
you
you
know?
put on yours? God, it's so
I didn't realize
graphic.
I was
What do you on
married
your
to
hot dog?
a psychopath.
All right, y'all, I just went to get my hair colored and cut, and my hairstylist was like, wait, why does your hair feel so thick and healthy and all the things? And I said, well, I've been taking Nutrafol. And I'm not kidding, guys. It has seriously helped with the thickness of my hair. I felt like the stress and everything was kind of taking my hair away. And not only that, summer's approaching, and we all know that we protect our skin with SPF. We do all these things, but your hair is also going to feel the damage of those sun rays. So it's really important to get something to help with it. And Nutrafol can do that. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code MORNINGAFTER. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code MORNINGAFTER. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code MORNINGAFTER.
So, final question. Aliens exist, right? So, that's just me putting that on you guys. If you believe it or not, up to you. What I want to know, what do you think they look like? If you had to guess, hold on. And what would be the, sorry, there's things going on outside with my parents and the kids, and I don't know what it is, so sorry about this pause. What would you ask them? What would be the one question you ask them? I want both of you to answer.
I want to know, what the fuck do you think of us? Because
My
I bet
guess
they
is-
watch us.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If they haven't come and decided to hang out with us, they obviously think we're crazy.
Yeah, they're looking and laughing.
Right. They're like, you guys are just nuts.
Or are they not sophisticated enough to get to us yet?
No, I think they have figured it all out.
Do you think there's alien? Do you think the American government has aliens?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
What about
I
you?
do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, aren't there like a bunch of stuff out there about
UFOs?
and
Yeah.
stuff that they're kind of like slowly releasing so the public can digest it?
Yeah.
Not totally freak out?
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know.
They're
Feels
just
like-
like getting the
feels
welcome
that way.
wagon
That's
ready.
a great way to do
okay.
it. What do you think they look like? Ending question.
Like, do I think they look like E.T. or do I think they look like Elle McPherson? Like, are you saying like
I
they
don't
look
know.
human-like or they look alien?
Yeah, like do they look like the aliens you see in movies where they
Independence
have
Day?
like the
yeah, I don't
three
know.
fingers?
Like, do I
and
think
the-
they're scary or nice?
Ooh, well, that's a good question.
Yeah,
Well,
Are they
I think they want to be friends, but they just don't know how to break the ice just yet.
they're shy.
They're shy.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Traditionally, aliens are shy. So
Correct.
That makes sense.
I think they're shy.
They're introverts.
Yes.
So all they need is a little extrovert love from
Yeah.
the extroverts on
They're
Earth.
probably taking like a Berlitz like English class
Yeah.
somewhere to like try to learn how to communicate.
Yeah.
This
with
is
us.
good too. If you
Rosetta
could,
Stone, I think.
if you could
Rosetta
send,
Stone.
if
yeah.
you could send one person to space to talk to the aliens, who are you sending?
I think I'd send Donald Trump.
I knew that's what you were gonna say, and I'm like, you gonna do it?
Okay.
No, I don't know. I mean, who represents all that is Americana, or all that is
Human.
Earth? Yeah, who represents all that is Earth?
I'm trying to think of like the best human out there right now.
Beyonce.
That was not where my mind was.
Beyonce.
Like the best, like I'm trying, like I would send, I don't know what Oprah's doing right now.
She's not the best human. Like your best
I don't
human is
know.
somebody who's given up, like the Dalai Lama or like somebody like that, who's
Like-
like
like
Oprah's
the
still
Pope?
at the end of the
Like,
day.
what are we doing?
Oprah's still living in Montecito. She's like hasn't given up all of her like whatever.
Well,
for,
at least she's got means to get there.
Right,
Yeah,
correct. I
that's
mean,
true.
Oprah's like, if you're talking like the United States, maybe you send like an
Do you
Oprah.
do you send like an Elon Musk because you know you can probably
Well,
talk
he
to
can
him?
get there.
And get
Elon
there.
can
Maybe-
get there.
Maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he was the Terminator, and they probably have a little respect for him, you know, the Governor.
I enjoyed his documentary.
Yeah,
Did you
me
watch it?
too.
It was
Yeah,
really
okay.
good.
And with
Yeah.
that, we're gonna end this
Arnold.
I'm
podcast.
sending Arnold.
I like Arnold.
I mean, at one point, he was the most fit man in the world. He's
Yeah.
held
Where
government
is he?
office. He speaks
Probably
multiple
just down the street.
languages.
Why don't we send Arnold
in the
and
neighborhood.
Stallone together?
Yeah, and just bash bro it.
Just exactly a bro weekend with us
go.
two.
Okay, and with that, we're going to end this podcast, but not before we tell you again about the TMAmerch.com. We just
You're
got.
wearing one of the hats.
I am wearing one of the hats. We just also got our tour shirts in, and they are so great. I can't show you, but
It's
would
like a
show
real
you.
tour shirt, like how like if you saw like Led Zeppelin and on the back it shows like all the cities that you play.
Like, why Led Zeppelin?
I don't know, it just came in my head. I don't know, I'm tired.
I'm gonna go with Taylor Swift. It looks like Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift like it has all the concert dates on the
Yeah,
back.
it's great. It's
Tour
cute.
dates.
But lots of other things on there. So TMAmerch.com. Things are already selling out, and this is a limited drop, so go get it now. And tour, we are in
Working on Athens still, waiting to see what time that game is.
I know. When are they
What's
gonna
your
release
prediction?
that time?
That's going to be a night game, right?
It's got to be. Well, I think it'll depend on this week.
3:30.
I think it'll be.
It won't be a noon or a 1 o'clock kickoff though, right?
Well, it's definitely not 1 because I don't think there's 1 o'clock
When is
kickoffs
it?
in
Oh.
college.
November 15th.
I think it depends on tomorrow, the Texas game. Like if we win Texas, I think it'll be a night game.
Okay.
But I don't know. So, anyways,
Working on that, and then New York is December 21st. Yeah, New York back at the Strand.
yes,
Great spot. We
would
loved
say
it.
Atlanta, but that is sold out. So if you
Yeah.
want Atlanta, come to Athens.
Yep.
And we will get you guys that info right when we get it. And other than that, have a splash.
Make a splash.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you. That was great.